On fourth down, not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
We're going to talk about something. Was
the Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 39. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Going right back to Wilson. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Stop disrespecting it. Stop playing so gangster. And give you the shit you owe. Hey, respect my gangster.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Man, that shit was on the money. Damn.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
This boy is lucky.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Out to his left.
Yo, bro, get the fuck out of here,
man. That's Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In motion right is Wilson. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson forced out to his left.
Bro, we got a spot.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Literally,
just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall.
That must have been my
touchdown, Jets.
That must have been my guy.
Breece Hall, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
He got lucky. I don't normally pick a defense that leaves
Zerline
him
good
open
with a
like that.
PAT. And the lead is now 21-14.
He got lucky. Good timing. Yeah. That nigga normally always covered. That's why I ain't worried about him.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 21. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, You're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, fourth quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one. And how about the defense? They had to look across the field and go, that's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yep. Williams going to get it again on second down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Good. Oh, damn it.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On third down, they run with Edmonds. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Moore, the man in motion. Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Wilson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
I was doing too much on defense. That should have been an easy stop.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now receiver in motion left. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
This dude, man. Man was on his side, bro.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
Oh, my fucking, come on, man.
Defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
That's what I'm talking about. I should have a catch on the first play, catch right there. That's a field goal right there. Fuck out of here, man.
They'll look
That's
to
some
throw.
bullshit.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late